Well, hello there and welcome to a game called Flyout. Yes, this is new. I have been waiting to do a video on this for a while. I actually did this when it first came out, but haven't had time to edit it together and give you guys a video. So yeah, here we are trying to make our first aeroplane, and I decided to go for a sort of Typhoon style looking plane. It ends up looking nothing like a Typhoon. I mean, you can be the judge. You've seen the thumbnail. You'll see what it's like at the end of the video. But yeah, I'm just learning this. It's actually a lot more complex than I thought it was to build something in this game. So yeah, it was a challenge. But we do get there. We do end up with a final product. And here we are, just building the main fuselage. And yeah, this is the problem I started out with. Pretty much straight away doing the fuselage the wrong shape, but never mind. We tried our best. And I seen this nice twin engine part, so I thought we'll match the fuselage with this. We'll put the engines sort of inside so you can see them. Get some afterburners on there. And actually, they fit really nice. I like the way they looked. There was a little bit of a glitch where it didn't match the style of that one, but nevertheless. And there's sort of this outer body to the Typhoon where it's got these two lumps on the side of the main fuselage. This is what I was trying to replicate here, so I just added another part, and I couldn't figure out how to smooth these edges. So I ended up just moving the points around here to the point where it actually looked a little bit circular. So there we go. We're adding these two sort of bulges to the side sort of thing. I kind of got it looking okay, I think, and then I thought, oh, these square intakes look brilliant, because there is two like intakes on the bottom of the belly of the Typhoon, but I couldn't get it to mirror properly. I don't know if it was because I was putting it on like an attachment point on a different part of the fuselage, but I couldn't get it to mirror, so I had to manually make one and then go from there. Copy and paste it. Gee, I should not be running through videos, but nevertheless, a professional YouTuber as always. So yeah, we're just going through and building these intakes, trying to match it up with that original intake part, and then just stretching it along and pushing it inside the belly. So there we go, we attach it to the same anchor point, and we are just here moving it around. And I realised I can just copy and paste the local position coordinates, so that's what I did. And yeah, that was a lot easier there. So learning as I go, as I'm building in this game. Yeah, it is a struggle. It's a learning curve, but I am quite enjoying it. For the low price, it's worth a go. And the wings seem to be very finicky. It's hard to, like, I can't grab multiple points at the same time. I don't know if there's a way of doing that. If you do know a way of doing that, let me know down below in the comments. And as you can see there from the top down view, this is a little bit of a squished plane. I didn't realise at the time just how squished the body was until we did our first flight test, and you will see why I figured that out. But I had an image of the Typhoon on screen next to me while I was building this, but I was just like sort of listening to a podcast and building away. I wasn't focusing much on this, so apologies, it's not the best, but you know, we this is our first ever creation on this game, so I think we can be forgiven for how terrible it actually turns out to be. So yeah, continuing with the wings, and the shape looks actually pretty good, and I figured let's get some wheels on now. Again, the mirroring was a little bit weird, a little bit finicky, but it is early access, and I'm expecting there to be bugs as well, so I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. So yeah, we're just getting the direction of the wheels set up, and as you can see there, I've just got to sort of tweak them a little bit for them to get to match properly. And then the front one decided to just be totally weird in rotation and things, so I changed all that, and then I realised how many settings there was to actually change the landing gear, so I played about with that for a little bit. And there we go, we first started testing. Realised I hadn't set up any control surfaces and I had no idea how to set up control surfaces. Bear in mind this game has no tutorial. I just sort of had to learn from some YouTubers to figure out all this stuff, how to get it to work, and I was still kind of winging it as it goes. And I realised, okay, maybe we're flipping because we haven't got enough weight in the nose. So I put a fuel tank in the nose, make us a little bit heavier there. And it sort of works, but still, we are still tail heavy. And there is not much we can do to that. So I decided to come back to it later on and extend the fuselage body. But of course, it was being a little bit finicky, so I had to do this sort of back and forward with the fuselage to get it to move the engines back. But you know, we got there in the end. Also, I think I skipped recording of the cockpit, making the cockpit. All I did was added another fuselage and put some glass holes in it. That is as simple as that. So yeah, we're just making the wing a little bit bigger as well. Sorting out these anchor points, because I can't remember which point is for which at this point. But yeah, getting them wings a little bit bigger, moving them back, and then we have to move these intakes and make these a little bit longer. Make these long boys. So what we do is do that, and then I thought copy and pasting these things would work, but obviously not. I don't know why they would not work for like location and rotation. But anyway, there we go. There is our finished Typhoon. It's not quite painted yet, but I thought let's go for a test flight now. This is real time. The build was obviously sped up to 8 times speed, but we're now back into real time. We don't need full power to take off for this thing. We don't want to burn the runway, but then I kind of did end up adding more power. But yeah, look how smooth this is now. Yeah, it's really smooth actually, and the handling of this is pretty sweet. Yeah, we did empty the wings of fuel, and we should probably just put that back in because we drain fuel pretty quickly, especially with the afterburners on. And I thought, okay, let's see how fast we can go. So there's actually a neat little thing called autopilot, which is basically just, it holds the coordinates, the altitude and speed that you want. And look at that, we're breaking the sound barrier there. You can see the water, the vapor trail behind us. And the sound actually cuts off if you go in front of the aircraft as well. How cool is that? So if we just set current there, the autopilot takes on and does a pretty good job most of the time. If you've got a stable aircraft, like this is at the time when it's still got fuel, then it will stay pretty stable. Look at that. Yeah, no sound, because we are breaking the sound barrier in front of this craft. Yes. Fun times, fun times. So yeah, if you want to see more of this game, or if you want just to stick with space stuff, then, you know, still subscribe, leave a like anyway. And there we go, we've painted off the Typhoon. We just made it a little bit black, sort of grey metallic. And taking it up now to get some screenshots of this thing. I'd like there to be some sort of wheel covers. If you see us just keep going in the menus, this is because I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the display. Turns out, when I pressed P to try and pause, it gets rid of the UI. So yeah, that was handy, wasn't it? So yeah, we'll figure this out as soon as we... Yeah, there we go. Try to pause to take a screenshot, and I figured, oh, right, okay, that's getting rid of the UI. Now I can take some screenshots. But there we go, guys. So if you did like, please leave a like. Comment down below what you want us to see. If you want us to try and build something in this game from real life, or just something funky to fly around with, let me know. If you want to see more Flyout or space videos or anything, do subscribe. It really helps us out. And yeah, share with all your friends, share with your Discord. You know, all that stuff. And I'll leave you with this. There's some videos on the right. Oh, not the right. Get to know what my right and left are. There's some videos on the left. One is a recommended video for you. Another one is to a playlist that I have picked out specially for you guys. And Also on the right is a subscribe button, so do press them. Feel free to enjoy our content on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Signing off.